Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with 90 Days and 900 Seconds, Happily Ever After, Season 7, Episode 17. Thank you, next. And all I have to say is thank you, thank you, thank you. This season is finally freaking over. If I was going to give this episode a grade, I guess I would give it a D minus. I know some of you think I'm too generous with my grades, but I'm going to give it a D minus. Let's set the timer for 900 seconds because, as we all know, that's all these episodes deserve. It's 900 seconds of our time. And let's hop right in. So we have Liz and Ed. So Big Ed goes to meet up with Mama Norma because after going home to Arkansas last week, he was thinking a lot about Mom, decided to hit her up, and they met up in a restaurant. And Mom is so happy to see Ed. She's like, I can't believe we were isolated from each other for so long. I miss you. There's no reason for this. And Ed's like, I want you and Liz to get along. Mom is not crazy about this relationship. She, as a matter of fact, thinks that Ed is falling for the seduction of it, which is an interesting way to think about it. So she tells Ed she will always be there for him. She will always have the shoulder for him to cry on. How sweet. And but she doesn't know she's ready to meet up with Liz and try to mend things. But spoiler alert, they do meet up. Check out my new publication, wordonthestreetreality.com, and check out the article that tells you about Liz and Norma meeting up. As a matter of fact, they all went to a wedding together. Check it out for more details. So then we have a jacuzzi scene with Ed and Liz. Somebody get my eye bleach, please. And then Liz tells Ed that she doesn't think she's ready to meet up with Norma yet. So Liz goes off to the restaurant to go talk to Chef about the promotion that she was offered, to become partner, the one that, Ed is not too crazy about. When she broke the news to him, you would have thought that she was like telling him that his dog died or something, like she killed his dog. The expression on his face, it was like he was hearing the worst news in the world. Your fiance, girlfriend, a boo thing, whatever you want to call her, because like every episode, your status is changing. It just announced that she got partnership. She has been offered partnership at the restaurant that she started as a waitress at. And you're sitting there looking at her like this is the worst news you have ever heard in the fucking universe. But that's a different story. So, guess what? She decided that she is accepting the partnership. Wow, no surprise. A little bit of tea, guys. When you go to her restaurant and you order takeout from the restaurant, Big Ed's face is slapped on the takeout bag. Like that's supposed to be appetizing, but hey. So Liz accepted the partnership. That means long hours. She's going to be there. The restaurant is going to be her life. She's not going to be able to wipe Big Ed's ass 24/7. So, um, as long as she support, Ed says, as long as she's supporting him and the relationship, go for it. And she was like, wow, I was expecting a hissy fit. But dun dun dun. Now he's not ready to get married. Excuse me. Why did you give her was it a $16,000 engagement ring that she drew in the bushes in episode 2? Why did you guys have 2 engagement parties if you are not ready to get married? WTF. Like, so she's like yelling at him, shut up, you're being heard. I mean, I found that to be fucking ironic. Yell at someone, shut up, you're being heard. Okay. And yeah, They're engaged. They've had 2 engagement parties, but he's not ready to get married. And that's how their segment ended. And yeah, doesn't seem like they're happily ever after. Moving on to Kim and Usman. Oh my goodness, another freaking train wreck. Okay, they take beautiful, innocent Mahadi to an amusement park. And at first, I'm sorry, he didn't look too amused. So then they put him on the carousel, and he's like, oh, okay. And after a little while, he's like, oh, I'm getting a free ride here, so I might as well take advantage of it and be happy. So then they sit down with Muhammad and his wife, and they're talking about the adoption. And then Usman realizes that the adoption process is not like a 1, 2, 3 thing. Like, he's not going to marry Kim and then be able to adopt Mahadi like within a couple of months. It's going to be a couple of years, Usman. Like, hello, we are dealing with the US government, paperwork, backlog. I mean, so he's like, what do you mean? I thought this is immediate. And Kimberly's like, first of all, I haven't even 100% decided I'm on board with this. And secondly, no, it's not immediate. It takes time. And the one thing that really pissed me off when he said, well, it'll calm me down from wanting children if I have him, with me immediately. No, you need to calm the fuck down, Usman. If you, commit to this adoption plan, then you need to calm your ovaries down from wanting to have children. Okay. Because you're committing to this adoption plan and you're bringing him over here. And Kimberly is going to commit herself to raising this child. So calm your ovaries down, Usman. So then Jamal is leaving Nigeria. Jamal loves country, but he's not 100% sold on Usman. Definitely not sold on the adoption plan. Not feeling it at all. He says they have lots of red flags, lots of issues to work out, and he really wants his mom to take a step back and figure it all out before they bring a child into the mix. And once again, the child has more sense than his mother. And all I could think is, Jamal is thinking, how am I going to explain to my new boo thing, Veronica, that I'm getting a little brother who is 4 years old? So then Jamal leaves, says goodbye to Usman. Usman says, bye, stepson. Jamal's like, don't let me get out this car and whoop your ass. And then the fight occurs. The fight occurs. Interestingly, after Jamal leaves, Usman decides to, start a little tiff with Kimberly about the room being a mess. And why don't you pack and pick up after yourself and dress a little better? And your stomach needs to be smaller. And you need to be skinnier, and little comments of that sort. So they get into this whole big, huge fight. And next thing you know, she's trying to talk to him. Honestly, she's trying to talk to him. She's trying to tell him that she doesn't feel heard. She doesn't feel respected in this relationship, that she feels like that she has sacrificed so much. And this is Usman with a phone in his top pocket and his phone like this. As Kim is trying to pour out her heart to him and explain. So it is basically who sacrificed more. Usman says that he sacrificed the most because no one in his region would do something like that, date a woman like Kim. And basically, their segment ended with Kim taking her ring off, slapping it down on the table, and sobbing on her suitcase in the hallway. Now we have Libby and Andre. And all I have to say is the censor dude, his finger was on triple overtime in their segment because we had Andre and Charlie and Becky and Jen all in the same room. Okay. So first of all, they're going to family therapy. And I know those of you who do not like me to curse, I'm sorry. I'm going to curse a lot in the next couple of sentences. So cover your ears, mute me, or whatever. They get there before they even get there. Andre is like, this is fucking bullshit. Fuck them. Fuck this. Fuck that. They better fucking respect me. I'm gonna fucking punch them in their face. Fuck, 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 fuck. And that's even before they get there. So Libby's like, please, no insults, because then it will turn physical. Andre's like, fuck this. I'll punch them in their fucking face. My fist better not move faster than my fucking mouth. Fuck Charlie. He's a fucking drunk. Fuck, 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 fuck. So then they do the famous flashback scene to the barbecue where they were fighting. And my husband said that it would have been the best if one or both of them would have fallen in the pool. And you know something? I agree. So they walk into the therapist session. Andre and Chuck are wearing matching fucking shirts. I can't. I cannot. Like twinsies. They swear that they did not call each other. You know they did. You know they did. They did the twinsy things to the therapy session to annoy the fuck out of Charlie. So basically, this therapy session was a total waste of time. The therapist had no control over it. Everybody was just yelling at each other. Chuck is a condescending fuck. Okay. He cannot refer to his ex-wife, the mother of his children, by her name. He kept constantly referring to her as my ex. And she was like, hello, my name is Pamela. I'm sitting right here. Like, she has a name. She's sitting in the room. Call her by her name. Okay. They're discussing their family dynamic. And he is just, I think that he's very condescending towards Libby's mom. And that has a lot to do with the family dynamic. Number one. Number two, Andre, he is the biggest controlling bastard. I swear at one point he was texting Libby what to say when Libby had the ball and Libby was expressing her feelings. I swear he was texting her what to say because his head was exploding that he could not talk. Okay. And he just wants to, like, she is my wife. I'm going to tell her what to do. It's like she is my property, and that is it. And I'm going to control her thoughts, her feelings, and emotions, and everything else. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? This is her family. This is her brother, her sisters. I understand. They have to work things out. Libby needs to make decisions on her own without her husband saying, that is it. I decided, and that is it. No, Andre, it does not work like that. You would not like anybody coming into your family dynamic and doing that to you. So step the fuck back, work on your own anger management issues, and please. So it all comes down to who called immigration on Andre. And Andre's like, all it would have taken is one phone call, and Becky, or I don't remember which sister, it was Becky. She said, do you have proof of it? And he's like, no, I do not have proof, but my attorney said, or immigration, or whatever the heck he said. And Charlie's like, basically like, bro, no one called immigration on you, bro. No one called immigration on you, bro. When in the last episode, him and his wife were talking about calling immigration, but we know, at least I know, as a longtime viewer of this reality shows, that was probably, most likely, a little something called producer manipulation. But moving on, bro, the therapist could not handle them. They needed someone like Dr. Ish from Marriage Boot Camp, because this therapist did not have the backbone to stand up to them. So moving on, we have Yara and Jovi. And guess what? Jovi finally gave in, and Yara stayed in Europe. and her mother could not be happier. Did you see the smirk that she was trying to suppress? And she kept looking at Jovi like, are you gone yet? Like, could you get the fuck out of here and go, please, and leave my daughter and granddaughter here? So he finally gives in. He tells Yara, you know, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to let you stay here while I go back to work. But please, when I come back to work, am I going to have a wife? You know, because now she's talking about that she wants to stay in Europe so she could get her independence. Like, woman, first you were going there to like help, you know, to help Ukrainians in need and to, you know, and now it's like you want to assert your independence. Which one is it? Like, I don't get it. So he says that he changed his mind so she could be more open to his feelings about having another baby. And she's basically like, shut the fuck up. I don't think so. So we'll see what happens when he gets back from work in a month, whether he still has a family or not, because she's staying in Europe with her mother and her friend. And I don't know. Dun, dun, dun is all I have to say to that. So I've run out of time. I'm going to get to my last two couples very quickly. I'm going to go to Bilal and Shida first because this is just like the same over and over and over. Oh my goodness. It's like, woman, get it through your head. If you want to have a baby, it is not going to be with this man. This man, unless you accidentally, oops, get pregnant, if you are trying to plan a baby with this man, it is not happening. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if I need to send you a smoke signal, hold up a neon sign, Shida. It is not happening. And ever since you said that New York City smelled like a posy when you got off the plane. I'm sorry. The subway does, but not the air. I have no sympathy for you. So, there by the Brooklyn Bridge, he buys her a pretzel. She says it tastes like cardboard, but she carries such pretzel for like 10 blocks as they're walking to the bridge. Then she starts crying because even though Bilal's the perfect man, he will not commit to a timeline of when they will have babies. Babies, 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 babies. That's all you hear. And Bilal is like, at this point, I could give her a mountain made out of diamonds and she wouldn't be happy. Well, you know, if she has babies after that, what will it be next? Basically, he's saying. Like, it seems like no matter what he does, is not good enough for her. And at this point, she is pissing me off because she is making me Team Bilal. And we all know how I feel about his condescending ass. His condescending gaslighting ass, I should say. So if she is making me on Team Bilal, you know something has to be going wrong there. So there we go. That's how they ended. And babies, 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 babies. So now, for our last couple, this is a typical case of you shall reap what you sow times 1,000. Angela and Michael. So we see Angela sitting there looking like a hot mess express. I mean, what the hell is she wearing? Her hair is all fucking crazy. She's like, and she's crying, but there's no tears. Did you notice? Not one tear fell from her eye, but she's crying because she's discovered that Michael is cheating on her. She was back for 2 weeks. Everything was all good. Everything was good. But then she got screenshots from her friend. And the screenshots told her that Michael is cheating on her with a younger woman. And he was talking to her even while she was in Nigeria. And she's never cheated on Michael. She's only had a crush, but she never cheated on him. And she even has a voice message, a voice note. Michael talking to this chick, telling this chick he loves her and all this other stuff. Her heart is broken. She's so broken. She already confronted Michael. Michael said that girl doesn't mean nothing. That it was, just because he wasn't getting, the proper attention from Angela, because Angela was too busy doing TikTok duets with her crush. And Angela is just shattered. Absolutely shattered. Crying with no tears from her eyes. So yeah, her karma came back to bite her in the ass. And that's how her segment ended. And that is how Happily Ever After is ending this season. And thank goodness it is over. Now stay tuned. I will be taking a little break because the tell-all will be returning Sunday, January 1st with a 4-part tell-all. And apparently Angela fucking fights with everybody. Jovi and Andre get into it. Like Jovi thought Andre was gonna be his BFF, and no, Jovi, you like to drink, and Andre calls everybody a drunk. So I knew those two weren't gonna get along. Ed and Jenny, Ed tells Jenny to shut the fuck up, and like the little clip that they showed. So it's gonna be, I think the 4-part tell-all is going to be better than this whole season. So Sunday, January 1st, I'll be back with my recap of the tell-all. So in the meantime, thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Please hit the like button. Please check out my new publication, wordonthestreetreality.com, and share this video with a friend. Thank you very much. Bye.